So I kind of wanted to um, kind of show you how to find trustworthy suppliers on Alibaba, as I promised last time. So what you need to go to do is go to Alibaba.com and search your product, the keyword for your product. So I think last time was the ice vending machine or something like that. So you're gonna come here. Um, as you can see, I'm always on Alibaba shopping. So here to the right, you'll always see I have messages from suppliers. Okay, so first thing that you're going to see on when you searching your when you search your keyword is machine's gonna start. Your product will come up, and it will be different companies. So this will be the name of the company. Over here to the right. So that's it. First of all, I want you to ignore this information here, the price and minimum order and all that stuff. You don't want to, don't worry about that. Okay. So I'm assuming that you've already created an account with Alibaba. So there are certain things to the left here. There's some filters that you need to pay attention to, and this is what I want you to do. First of all, you're gonna filter by suppliers who have trade assurance. So what does trade assurance means? That means these suppliers, they pay Alibaba a certain amount of money every year to be on Alibaba. So this is not like fly by night type of supplier. So you're gonna do that. Okay. You're gonna select so you're gonna trade assurance. You're gonna check that, and also you can check verified supplier. So basically, someone actually verified this supplier. My internet is a little bit slow today. I just got off the phone with my internet supplier, my internet courier. So you're gonna select that. So this kind of gives you a little bit of security that, okay, you are going to be contacting with companies that, they're doing a legit business, because you want to protect yourself. So next thing you need to do is, you're gonna click on a product. There's some information I want you to look. Okay, so you see here it says manufacturer, trading company. So usually I prefer to see manufacturer, and I started sourcing products from Alibaba back in 2014, and I know the specific product was ice vending machine, and here is showing ice cream vending machine, but you get the idea. So you're gonna have to look for your exact product. Okay. But okay, let's go back to manufacturer and trading company. So trading company, this means, it's just a company that they just buy. It's basically they're middlemen. They buy from manufacturer and they sell to the end user. Now, so that was back in 2014 to like 2017. But now you're starting to see manufacturers now, they're starting to have trading companies. So what they've learned is, they need to have a trading company, because first of all, people, they were contacting trade companies, and what trade companies were bidding manufacturers, they were bidding on things like language, communication skills. So these trading companies, they used to recruit staff that speak proper English, and they were very good with communication. So now you're starting to see manufacturers incorporating trade companies. So back in the days, I used to just deal with manufacturers because you get the best price. There's no middleman, but communication was a little bit harder. But I still suggest that you go with manufacturer. So this one is okay because they have a manufacturer and also a trading company. Okay. So what you need to do now is you're going to click here on contact supplier. And here you need to be very specific, use very simple English. Okay? Use very simple English. So things you're going to ask is, these are the questions. So I'll write like, hi, I'm looking for an ice vending machine. Okay. Number one, what is your minimum, because they have minimum orders, minimum order. Okay. Another thing I want you to ask is, do you allow post production inspection? Okay. Because you want your products to be inspected before being shipped to you. Okay. You need to protect yourself as much as possible. And you might ask yourself, how can I'm in US, how I'm gonna get this product inspected? There are companies that they'll do inspection for very cheap. They'll check if actually the company exists, the manufacturer exists, if they follow all the standards, if they have the certification, if they follow good earth practices, if that is important to you. Are they employing kids or not? If that is important to you. So you can have all these things that you want to be inspected, and these inspection companies will go and do it for you. Another thing I want you to ask is, what is your production time or lead time? Production time or lead time. You see, I write short sentences in numbers because, let's face it, they do not speak English. So keep it simple for them. Number four, what payment methods do you accept? What payment methods do you accept? Okay. Another thing is, do you allow branding? So if you are buying machines for your company, you can brand the machines. You can use your company name, so you can put your company logo, name, contact on a machine. Okay. So do you allow branding? This is a type of questions I want you to ask. Okay. And lastly, I want you to add what do you have logistics partners? Okay. Okay. And one more question is, because you kind of want to know if they have good, sometimes they'll have partnership with shipping companies. They have really good rates because they ship a lot. So, you want to understand that. But also ask them, do you have clients? You have clients in United States. Okay. United States. And another one is, do you have certifications? So, do you have certifications and tests and test reports? So if you're in an industry that requires certification and test reports, you kind of want to ask them. Okay. And sometimes they'll tell you, we don't, but we can pass the certification and test reports, and it's upon you. Okay. To pay for that little fee. Usually it's like 150 to get your product inspected, and certified and tested and everything. It's very little, but takes care of all the headache that you might have in the future. So then you're gonna send this email, and usually they'll get back to you very fast. Now remember, there is about 10-12 hour difference between US and China that they will respond to you. Okay. Now, things that I want you is things that to expect when you're dealing with suppliers from China. First, I want you to understand payment methods. So my suggestions, the first one is to use PayPal. Okay, use PayPal for payment. Most of suppliers do not have PayPal, but these days most will have it. And sometimes they'll say, "Oh, we don't want to use PayPal because of fees and stuff." I usually cover the fees because I love using PayPal because PayPal protects me and really reduces any chance of making mistakes compared to something like bank transfer. Because if you miss an address or a name on a bank transfer, the money won't get there, and by the time you resolve it, it might take up to 2 months. Your money just stuck. Okay. And also another method is Alibaba has some type of an escrow that you can use to make payments. So that kind of like also adds a little bit of protection that the supplier has to send in all the shipping documentation and everything, to Alibaba for them to get their money. Two suggestions. Once you're experienced enough, you've built that trust, you can start using bank transfers and stuff like that. Okay. Number three is think of skills. Remember, they are not the English is not their first language. Okay, so give them some leeway. Be patient, compassionate. We'll try as much as possible. Their most popular ways of communicating with you will be WeChat, WhatsApp, and Skype. So you can get any of these apps and put on your phone, and they'll contact you. Okay. Apps number 4. I strongly suggest getting an post-production inspection before your goods get shipped. Make sure you get an inspection done. You'll get videos. You'll get a report. Make sure that gets done. Okay. So things to expect. When it comes to communication, Chinese suppliers love using emojis. So don't get annoyed. Okay. Don't get annoyed. That's how they roll. They're going to send you hearts. They're going to send you kisses. They're going to send you blushes, all type of emojis. Okay. So roll with it. That's how they do it. Don't get weirded out. They will call you dear a lot. Okay. They will call you dear a lot. And this is, it's very endearing. Although here in the West, we don't use it a lot. And especially among guys. So you might have, if you're a guy and you have a male supplier and they call you dear, don't get weirded out. That's how they do it. It's fine. They're not trying to be weird. Another thing is some will try to practice their English with you. They're excited. Be a little bit accommodating, be compassionate. That's who they are. That's their culture. Okay. Another thing I forgot to put here, negotiate. Okay. Negotiate. Try to get quotes from different suppliers, at least 4 different suppliers. Okay. Don't just contact one supplier. It's important. Okay. What to do? Be kind. Them with kind messages because when you're dealing with Chinese suppliers, it all comes down to relationships. You have good best service, the best price, every first class for you. Okay, so treat them well, surprise them with, "Hey, good morning. How was your weekend? Did you have fun with your family?" Those type of messages. I know, not necessarily business-like, but they do it. That's how I get best prices. Being good, you experience a very good service. If you are contacting today, the suppliers, this today is February 3rd. Most of them are on Chinese holiday, New Year holiday, so you might not hear anything. It will be a little bit slow, but by mid-February, you can start your communication now. They're they're sophisticated enough these days to keep checking their email, stuff like that. So you can start checking with them. And also, if you're ordering small products, I don't know, water bottles or shoes or something like that, make sure you order sample, okay? And usually I like to order like 3 samples per supplier, okay? So I can actually see if the quality is consistent. Samples are not free. Give you sample for expect to pay for shipping, okay? Expect to pay for shipping, and usually, it's gonna be they're gonna send it through UPS or they're gonna send it through FedEx. Okay, so that is like a quick rundown on what to do when you're dealing with Chinese suppliers. They're nice, and if you have questions, leave them in a group, and I'll answer them. Okay. All right. Good luck, everyone. And I'm sorry it took me a while to get this video out, but here it is. Thank you. Bye.